Right, so this is a sentence that I didn't think I'd ever start a video with, but today we are talking about a situation all revolving around pimple patches. And more specifically, a video that a TikToker called Natalie AB uploaded recently talking about pimple patches. And I think it's fair to say Natalie has received a lot of backlash for this video. In fact, the original video has been deleted, it's been re-uploaded a number of times at this point, but people were not happy with this video. So like I said, this video was originally uploaded on Natalie's page. It has now been re-uploaded by an account called CEO of Twitter.
Why are we wearing pimple patches in public? We need to have a chat, or you and me, we need to have a quick chit chat. Something just happened to me in the store, retail environment, where I walked into the store to make a couple of returns. A woman, I wouldn't even consider her a woman. She was probably like 4 years under the legal working age, but alas, this tween basically greeted me at the door. And she had maybe 4 pimple patches on that were so bright.
Okay, so we get the backstory. So the reason why Natalie is pretty annoyed throughout this video, it's pretty clear to see as we watch through, is because she went into a store and a teenager was wearing pimple patches. And Natalie goes on further to talk about how unprofessional this is, and this is why people think Gen Zers are lazy and unprofessional.
I guess they were the Starface ones. Bright blue, bright pink, bright yellow. Maybe I'm a narc, like maybe this is a hot take, you tell me. But I think that is so unprofessional, and I was like, this Gen X girly is making us look bad. There's already this narrative that Gen Zers don't want to work hard and are lazy and unprofessional, and I'm like, you're the reason why.
Yeah, so you can probably see what people's problem was with this video, right? The vast majority of the comments are just people really asking the question of, like, why do you care so much? I mean, it's a teenager working in retail who has pimple patches on, like, and now it's became this big conversation of, like, this is why people think Gen Zers are lazy and unprofessional, which, I mean, first of all, I don't really get how a pimple patch makes you seem lazy. I mean, Natalie said it herself, right? This person was working at the time, working in retail, so I'm not sure where, like, the lazy and all unprofessional, all this stuff comes into it. But yeah, I think the most confusing thing is why it has become this situation when Natalie wanted to make a video talking about it and is clearly pretty annoyed. When I first saw this video, I thought it was rage bait, right? I thought this might be one of them like rage bait accounts that make videos kind of like complain about stuff knowing it would get a reaction. But actually looking at Natalie's page, it doesn't seem like that's the type of content that she does from what I could see. I mean, I haven't looked through many videos, right? But from what I can briefly see, it doesn't seem like it is just a rage bait page. Maybe this video was just posted to get the reaction, but either way, we'll carry on.
I had to look presentable. It's not just young people. Like, I have seen so many people at the airport, at the grocery store, at Trader Joe's. I don't want to see you in your pimple patches. Like, those are to be worn to bed and potentially at your apartment when you're working from home.
I mean, yeah, as you just heard, it's gone further from, like, not wearing pimple patches at work, but just not being able to wear them full stop unless you're at home and about to go to sleep. I mean, pimple patches are basically just plasters, really, aren't they, right? A little bit different, I do get that. I mean, it's there to, like, protect against bacteria and stop you, like, picking at it and stuff, right? They basically are plasters. So how does it annoy you so much to the point where you're making a video talking about it?
Like, just put a little concealer on or just rock it natural. If you know someone and you love them and they wear their pimple patches in public, stop, drop, and roll. Send them this video. We're gonna stop. We gotta stop doing it.
Okay, so that was a video that Natalie uploaded. Obviously, we don't have the original comments because the video was deleted, right? The original video, but we can see the comments on this re-upload. Shaming a tween for her skin is literally so embarrassing. Like, girl, you're like, what, 25? Pimple patches help keep the pimple clean so you don't put all the bacteria on your face. Also, you're definitely older than me. This isn't high school. Grow up and act your age. You're not a child, but might as well be seen and not heard too. In quotation marks, something happened to me today, and it was someone else wearing something she didn't like. And it wasn't just in the comment section. There was a bunch of people made response videos also talking about this. So there's a video here, for example, from a TikToker called Sarah Babula.
It's so funny when she's like, oh, they're making us look bad. Like, girl, whatever you got going on over there, that's not a good look. Like, who is us? She's like, I don't know if this is a hot take. Like, it's something. It's definitely something. If you're getting that mad over a pimple patch, we're gonna need to get a grip, okay? So yeah, not a big deal. You need to relax. You need to calm down. Yeah, because being a mean girl is not a cute look. It's not cute at all.
And another example of a video that's been uploaded is this one here by a TikToker called Tyson, I hope I've pronounced that right, with 125,000 followers, who said this.
Hate on somebody because they're wearing a pimple patch when they're working a retail job. Like, that girl definitely has, like, the mean girl vibes, because my thing is, what's the difference between wearing a Band-Aid and a pimple patch? There is no difference. Like, if you had a cut on your face, you would put a Band-Aid on it. Or if you have a pimple on your face, put a pimple patch on it. It's not like a big thing where it's like, oh my god, like, this is distracting, I can't focus. No, how is a pimple patch going to limit how well you do your job?
Yeah, I mean, that's a bit that's confusing to me, right? Again, we're talking about a teenager working in retail. You don't have to go on this, like, rant talking about how, like, unprofessional someone is. based on something that doesn't actually affect how well they do their job. Also, just listening to this video, I did remember that Americans say band-aid instead of plaster. I don't know if they also say plaster. When I said plaster earlier, I meant band-aid, okay? And again, when I did originally see the video, I did think maybe it's like a rage baity type video where she expected to get this reaction and that's what she wanted. But the fact that that doesn't seem like what Natalie usually does on her page, and also the video has been deleted, I assume due to the comments, it makes me feel like it wasn't uploaded for that purpose. But either way, Tyson's video carries on.
In her video, she was talking about a teenager. Like, please, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't understand the hate of pimple patches. They don't make people do their job worse. It doesn't make them distracted or anything like that. It quite literally is just saving their skin. Who cares? And thankfully, I don't really have bad acne, but like, if I had like a really large pimple one time and I'm at work, I'm gonna put a fucking pimple patch on that. Who cares, alright? You do not control me.
Now, there is one more video I wanted to show, because this was actually uploaded by a pharmacist called Dr. Ethan Melillo, I believe that's pronounced. And in this video, Ethan goes on to explain why pimple patches can be good and why you shouldn't be like looking down on someone for wearing them.
This is what we call a mean girl, and probably someone who would have made fun of me and my friends in high school. But there's actually a reason why I recommend patients to be using pimple patches during the day. Hey, I'm Ethan, I'm a pharmacist, and I work in the skincare industry. Let's go through it. By the way, I'm not going to be promoting any patches or anything. I'm just going to be explaining why they're used. So a lot of times, dermatologists and even pharmacists in practice will recommend patients to put pimple patches on their pimples and acne so that they're not picking at it. Because though clinically there's really nothing in like studies or anything for them to be used, the main goal is to prevent someone from touching their face and making it worse. I think it's extremely rude to be judging someone based on their physical appearance that they cannot change. And they have to use those patches to hopefully make their acne better. This is just a PSA to anyone who's going to be making a video on any form of social media, is you should probably think about what you're going to say before you post it and think, is this actually going to be offensive to anyone when I post this?
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what Natalie's response to all of this would be, because so far Natalie hasn't really responded from what I can tell, at least. She's kind of just carried on uploading videos, deleted the original videos. The comments on the new videos are pretty negative. I mean, you hear people judging people's appearances for, like, especially at work, you know, like, what's professional, what's not. This has, like, been a conversation for a long time. But for something so little, it just seems very baffling to me. And on top of that, right, we're not even just talking about work here, because Natalie did say it in the original video. It's people going to the airport and just doing like day-to-day things that also just so happen to have pimple patches on. Apparently that's not okay either. And I mean, if you're going to post a video judging people based on what they choose to wear, it's probably never going to go down well. And I mean, you can see that in Natalie's most recent videos that have nothing to do with this situation. The comments, again, are pretty negative. I mean, there's a comment here saying, it's given I peaked in high school. Do you think people are allowed to wear band-aids at work or no? Another one here, also, you peaked in high school. There's basically a lot of people saying that Natalie gives off like mean girl vibes. This comment in particular is Natalie like asking people what they're going to be wearing in summer, and then there's comments like this one saying why, so you can hate on what we like. I mean, yeah, look, it's very clear a lot of people not very happy with the original video. I don't know if there's going to be a response. It seems like there's not, just judging by the fact that a few videos have now been uploaded since that aren't to do with this situation. I would love to know your opinions in the comment section down below of what you think of the original video, the responses, just everything that we spoke about in today's video, and I'm going to leave it there. So if you did enjoy the video, leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. Also, if you're interested in some other content, me and Emily have a channel where we play games, react to reality shows, stuff like that. So if you're interested in any of that, that's always linked in the description. And until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, goodbye.